Good morning, everyone, and dignitaries and the dais, Sri R.P. Thakur sir, and the other dignitaries, and all the Omix group sponsors, and the CROs present in Hyderabad from BA centers of all AP, and then I welcome for this the group for the inauguration of this function. And on behalf of Drug Control General India, Dr. G.N. Singh, because of his heavy hectic sessions in Parliament, he could not attend the inauguration meeting, and then he conveyed me to convey his message, so that people will be beneficial for getting this, for accepting all these 3 days with this workshop. And Dr. R.P. Thakur sir has rightly told about this, the outcomes in the media regarding the differences of clinical trial and then BA study centers. So in Drugs and Cosmetics Act, mainly we have mainly about the functions of the Schedule Y is there, and Schedule Y mainly speaks about the conduction of a clinical trial for a new drug, and then as a part of CDSO, we are mainly involved in the import of drugs, and then as a new drug, once if it is coming into the market, every new drug has to conduct clinical trials, and then phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 studies, and phase 4 studies also has to be conducted in India. And this is a prerequisite, and then everything is clearly specified in the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, Schedule Y of Drugs and Cosmetics Act. But specifically for BA centers, there is no specifically given in the Act, but you have to read along with the, in conjunction with the laws of Schedule Y and also the guidelines issued by CDSO, like the guidelines of BA studies, it is issued in 2003, and then the ethical guidelines issued by Biomedical Research and by Biomedical Research by ICMR, and other guidelines like guidelines on clinical trial inspections for CDSO officials. These are the main important things. So far in India we have about 66 BA centers, and in Andhra Pradesh we have about only 10 BA centers. So all these BA centers are mainly doing the test product along with the innovator comparison of the innovator product for the therapeutic efficiency of the particular drug. So if any manufacturer wants to export any drug, they have to conduct BA studies, and then if it is pharmaceutically or bioequivalently, it is equivalent to the therapeutic drug, then only they can export, and then they have to go for the market. And then in India, I think we are having more than $10 billion of exports are going on, and most of the sponsors from India, they are manufacturing these test products, and then they are exporting, conducting the BA studies, and then when these studies are being conducted in the human volunteers in these centers, this is mainly the already approved drug. It is not a new drug. That is what people have to understand. And then they are not actually conducting any clinical trials here. It is only a comparative study of the molecules of the already approved drugs in the market. It is already there in the market. They are manufacturing here, and for the benefit of getting the export, and then for the human consumption within our own country, and also for export also, these are being conducted in various centers. But because of certain issues, it is going on blaming these BA centers, and then everybody is saying that it is only a clinical trial, it is not a BA. But our CDSO also, it is taken as a serious view by the ministry, and then we have conducted several investigations, and then ultimately these investigations reveals that it is not exactly the reason what actually they have claimed, and it is mainly for the blame. It is not actually revealed any of these facts. So by this thing, and after that thing, we told these BA center people also to conduct educate the media also, that the people should not actually blame the BA centers for conducting of these particular studies. BA studies are completely different from the clinical trials. So clinical trials are mainly required for a new drug to be, mainly it will be conducted only in hospitals under the supervision of a physician and for a particular cause. And then once if it all the stages are completed, then once if it is approved, then only this comparative of the known molecule with the the people who after approval it will be manufactured in India, and then it will become comparatively studies to BAB studies, and then they will be exporting for these things. So in CDS also we conducted several programs by the in consultation with in collaboration with US FDA for the training of our regulators, and then the sponsors, we invited sponsors also from various countries. So 3 times we so far conducted this type of organizations. Initially it was started in 2006 and then 2008 in Delhi, and the third workshop was held in Hyderabad in CDS Journal Office in our office, and it was for 2 weeks. We conducted the clinical trial, actually it is a clinical trial workshop in conjunction with the GCP guidelines for educating the all these regulators for conducting of any BAB center inspection or a clinical trial inspection. So if it is, there are certain common elements are there in both of the centers, like in BAB center or clinical trial, you have to go for the sponsors of the informed consent process is common, and the recruitment of volunteers is common. So in case of clinical trial, we will say it is only patient recruitment based on the particular ailment, and in case of BAB center, it is a healthy volunteer. It is not, he is not a patient. So process is same, recruitment process is same, and the compensation details are same. Everything is given in the guidelines. So likewise, and the sponsors also being educated that how exactly this process has to be done. So in the recently third workshop, whatever the guidelines have been framed, based on that thing, we conducted mock inspections for clinical trials in the different hospitals throughout Andhra Pradesh, mainly the 4 or 5 major centers of hospitals have been taken, and then how whether they are really following the guidelines based on issued by the DCGA from time to time for the protocol, and whether the principal investigator is completely present during the trial. So likewise, and then some of the CROs also have been inspected during that May 2010 in our CDS office for 2 weeks. All the entire headquarters people were here, and then the people from the different manufacturers also came here, and based on the evaluation of their outcome, then there are some suggestions are made, and then recently our Joint Secretary also came during December 2011, and then we called all the CROs here in Andhra Pradesh to our office, and then there are valuable suggestions are being made by the industry to see that to overcome the blames made by the people or some other outside issues, and then how to overcome these type of issues. And they made certain suggestions also, and these suggestions are being well taken, and it is being deliberated in the DTAD meetings in 6th deliberative meeting.